Have you ever wondered how you could watch every single race of the Pepsi Cup Series and have them all at your fingertips? Scroll down to the playlist tabs and then select the season playlist of your choosing and then select the race in which you wish to watch. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and enjoy all of the racing action here on the FireLynx Racing Network. New season, new drivers, a not so new season opener, and a whole lot of action up ahead. Welcome everyone to Daytona International Speedway. It is time for the duels here to set the lineup for the Daytona 500, the 6th annual Pepsi Cup Series Daytona 500 coming up. But first off, before we get into things, we should take a look at some of the new faces in new places for this season. Obviously, the four, one of the biggest, Kevin Harvick, retired from racing in NASCAR. He is replaced by Josh Berry. Eric Almirola here in this universe also decided it was time to hang up the helmet. Jenson Button, Formula One champ back in 2009, replaces him. The 42 goes from being Noah Gragson's ride to being the ride of John Hunter Nemechek for the season. And moving through the rest of the field, we have Carson Hocevar taking over the 7 after Corey LaJoie was dropped by Spire. A rather unexpected change, but one that I'm sure Spire will be able to live with at the same time. 51 now is Justin Haley. A decision that I'm not sure Justin will be able to live with, to be completely honest. And of course the 18, Sammy Smith for Joe Gibbs Racing. Those are all the changes in Duel 1. Of course there are many more in Duel 2, but we'll get to that later today. Here's your starting lineup. It's Chase Elliott and Austin Hill on row number 1. Josh Bilicki and Harrison Burton are in row number 2. Chris Buescher lines up alongside Josh Berry in row number 3. And in row number 4 we have Jenson Button in the 10 car, making his oval debut alongside Daniel Suarez. Row 5, Joey Logano and Christopher Bell. Row 6, Ryan Blaney is alongside John Hunter Nemechek. Row number 7 is Martin Truex Jr. and Carson Hocevar. Row number 8 is Justin Haley alongside Kaz Gralla. Behind them, row number 9 is Ross Chastain and Kyle Larson. And rounding out today's field in the 19th position, Sammy Smith in the 18. Here are your race facts and info for today. It's only a 3-lap duel race. Of course, it is a duel, not the main event. 19 cars, and Elliott is on pole for the 500 as long as he finishes after being the fastest in single car qualifying. As we come around to start the first unofficial race of the year, green flag is in the air here in Daytona. Side by side all throughout the field as they head out of turn number 2 onto the back straightaway for the first time in our first of, I believe, 7 super speedway races this year between Allentown, Atlanta, Daytona, and Talladega. Elliott gets a shove from the bottom and Josh Bilicki, and he will lead lap 1 as Austin Hill gets hung out to dry, and now Bilicki up to the high side. He will take the lead here at Daytona. Short races, halfway down the back straightaway is technically halfway in the race. And now they're starting to form 3 wide. You saw Hocevar on the top. And here comes Austin Hill. Josh Bilicki leads. Chase Elliott in second. 3 wide throughout the field behind them. Elliott up to the top. Bilicki blocks. He blocks again. Aggressive side drafts. Final lap. Bilicki up the track. Here comes Chris Buescher in the 17. 3 wide for the top spot. Elliott falling back in the 9. Bilicki moves up to get in front of him as they head on to the backstretch. Trouble! Truex around in the back. No caution. Never mind. 4 wide now. Can they make it? Bulicki up the track, blocking Chris Buescher. Moves him out of the way again. Buescher sideways up to the line. Josh Bulicki will win Duel number 1 here at Daytona. A wild race, but Spire Motorsports starts the season off right with their first ever Pepsi Cup Series victory in anything. As you see there, Martin Truex Jr. went for a wild spin and airborne crash down the back straightaway. He drove away from the scene of the accident. However, he will still finish this race in last. So there are your results, with Bulicki staying in front of Button there on the last lap, and Chris Buescher falls all the way from 2nd to 8th coming out of turn number 4. It's not as much of a drop, though, as we are about to see here in a bit with Chase Elliott in the 9, who, as we saw coming out of turn number 2, was running second and was in the top 3 pretty much until they got to turn number 3 and ends up 15th. However, because he finished the race and doesn't have damage, he will start on pole for the Daytona 500, because that's how single car qualifying works. I believe Bubba Wallace is your Duel 2 pole sitter, so same would apply for him for the outside row. So if you want to know where your driver's starting, pretty much just go down the grid, 1st, 3rd, 5th, all the inside row spots. And of course, Duel 2 coming up here in about 10 minutes on the channel. Make sure you don't miss that one, because it's sure to be just as wild as this one was. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, because we got a long season up ahead of us, and what a start it was here in Daytona. Goodbye.